Hi everybody, David here, and today I'd like to talk about signage. Now, probably not the most interesting of subjects. However, I think for location-based businesses, hotel, pub, golf club, health and fitness, retail outlet, I think signage with today's modern obsession about all things internet can get overlooked. And I think there is therefore a real opportunity, not only to make things very easy for people to find you, but also to get your brand, your products and services in front of a brand new audience. Because, if you took a moment to, get out of your property and have a good walk around, look at the main streets where the high traffic areas are. Now, I'm not condoning for a moment that you break the law and start putting banners and what have you up all over the street. Clearly you need some permissions for these things. But there's often an opportunity for a sort of joint venture. So there might be a business that doesn't compete with you that has fantastic frontage with tens of thousands of vehicles going past that every single day, that you might be able to do a deal with them where you can put your banners, your offer on their frontage, and come to some sort of commercial arrangement. You can also be a sort of bit more tactical on this basis. And I used to be involved in a golf business that had 54 golf courses here in the UK. It was called Crown Golf. And one of the things that we did in sort of March or April of a particular year is that we identified who our competitors were, and we went and leased about 20 ad vans. Those vans got flatbed and they've got big signage on them. You can see it from both sides. And we put our membership proposition on these ad vans, and we parked the ad vans outside of our grade A competitors. Now, as you can imagine, it caused a bit of a stink, but we'd identify who our perfect prospects are, i.e. golf members of other golf clubs. We'd identify where they are, i.e. their venue's not moving. We were doing nothing illegal in as much as we leased and licensed these ad vans, and we placed them on public land where we have permission to use them. So all of their members, at the time that they were thinking about, well, shall I renew, shall I not, were driving past their vans with our membership proposition on it. And it was incredibly powerful. One of the best things that we'd ever done. Additionally, when I was in the health and fitness business, we used to run spin classes, people on bikes, static bikes, in the middle of roundabouts. Again, getting permission for it. I'm not so sure you could probably get away with that sort of stuff these days. But just a couple of ideas. If you get creative, there is an opportunity for you to utilize signage and point of sale and activity to really get people's attention. Because frankly, they're driving around, they're bored, they're in their cars. Sometimes they're stationary, in traffic. They're looking around. They're receptive to these sorts of things. The other thing that you can do is obviously think about sort of brown and white signage, the sort of directional stuff. Again, working with your local councils, those things can make, a big difference. And also directly on your property, you might have people coming, to you for the first time. Don't cheapen your proposition by having lots of vinyl banners all over the place, but, strategically situated, tactical messages directly around promotions, but also make sure that it's dead easy for people to read. One of the big mistakes I see with this is that there's an enormous logo and the font's really small and there's not a clear call to action, telephone number's not visible. It just gets too busy. So if you're going to get into utilizing signage, and I would recommend you do, again, if you're a location-based business, make sure your message is really clear and can be read at a distance. Don't get over complicated with either the message or indeed the branding. So someone once said, a business with no signs is a sign of no business. So I'll leave you with that message, and we will talk very, very soon. Cheers.